Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am super excited about this one because if you guys have been following me now for a while, I've got a lot more questions on this trail leg and lead leg and all of that, and really want to get into what is not just right for you, but who you can kind of watch on TV a little bit and pick up clues. Now, you're not a golf pro. There's not one golf swing for anybody. There's characteristics and things that will work with you, and that's a big deal because, and there's a lot of times that things will be said, even on this channel, where I talk about, okay, this is how the hands work optimally. Yes, but if you have a different movement pattern, then no. And then how do I know unless I do a Zoom lesson with you or look at you on the membership site, okay? If I can't put eyeballs on you, then I can't help you that way. I do answer all comments, so please leave comments. Please like and subscribe and share because it makes a huge difference. And I'm going to show you guys how to get more club head speed in less effort and things that you can do since you guys love watching golf. I teach golf, I talk golf all the time, so I don't watch much tournament golf. It doesn't make me any money or make me any better, but its success does leave clues. So I kind of want to go into, there's 3 players and they all do slightly different things, from Tiger Woods, Bryson DeChambeau, and Jake Knapp. And the reason why I think those all 3 have different characteristics that will influence on what you do, okay? My speed is going to be very similar when I do all this. I use a slingshot. The reason why is because it will click at different times with the firing pin up the shaft on different pressures and different tempos. So all that being said, if you're new to the channel, sorry, go back to some of mine where it says playlist, and there's a lot of things about hand, and I work on hand action first, and then I would do the test and see which leg was dominant, and then this video will kind of matter to you. So, all right, so I'm gonna get into it. Number 1 is Bryson DeChambeau, and he does things what I would consider some of the most efficient, especially for him, and as fast as possible to hit it as far as possible. This works for people that are lead leg dominant. And how you're going to practice this is you are going to practice the backswing by lifting your right heel and knee up. And the reason why is because that puts pressure on your left leg. So even without a golf club or anything, you literally can put pressure just on your left leg. Your left leg will straighten. And just like a box jump, you don't go down and hang out. So this is like you do it one continuous motion. So as soon as you do that and you lift it, you're going to slam the heel down. When you slam the heel down, what that does is that immediately then straightens the leg. Now you're slamming the heel down at this angle. And when the right heel slams down, it's not just the right, it's the left foot that pushes the right heel down. So yeah, if I can just push my heel down and there's no pressure. So the left foot is really what pushes the pressure and pushes the heel down. When that happens, the leg then pushes and straightens and pushes you back over to the left, which is a lead leg dominant swing. Also, anyone that does this will be pretty fast because I'm pushing the ground hard, fast. So how fast is my arms? My arms are going to catch and match that tempo. So it would kind of look something like this, and you're going to hear it click. You're going to hear the firing pin click as I lift my heel and then slam it down. You'll see that that's fast that way. So that's about the tempo that he does. Okay, and you'll see that that tempo is very fast. So anybody who has a fast tempo, lead leg strong, really practice pushing the ground. Because I see people in lead legs a lot they load their weight too long and then they've got to try to recenter there. And I want to do this in kind of time motion, and I have a speed thing here, and I think it went off, but I think it's about 103, something like that, 103 miles an hour. And this is like that, like I said, slingshot. It's a little heavier. I think it's like the length of like a 7-iron or so. So I'll do it one more time so you can see the difference. So I'm going to lift my foot up, which puts pressure left immediately, then slams it back and through, just like so. And that was 108 just to give you guys kind of an idea of the speed of that. And so characteristics of Bryson DeChambeau, listen, if you want to get the big grip and you want to put your hand up in a straight line and all that, those are all little intricacies that he did, that he figured out works for him. When I raise my wrist bone up and I do the internal rotation and external rotation of the forearm, man, my wrist bows. That's just me. So that doesn't work for me. I can't play that way. I've experimented with it. So you guys play around with that yourself. But when I lift this is one shift over to the left. And then when I slam this heel down, that's 2 shifts. So I go 1, 2 before the club moves. So there's 2 shifts quickly. And the angle of it is pushing this way. So when it pushes me, it pushes my spine back over this way, which keeps my head on center, which makes my left knee go over my left foot. Watch Bryson DeChambeau, the US Open's coming up. You'll see what I'm talking about now. So he doesn't have maximum vertical force as much as he has torque, and really twists his foot, because when you do this and you push the ground hard and lead that back down left like that, you'll see that the ground pushes you backwards, and you're gonna have this massive torque and tear the carpet up, okay? So that's where he gets a lot of his speed from. All right, so that is lead leg. Now, there is Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is a lead leg underarm throw. He'll even talk about how he uses his hands and arms, so you guys don't hate me, but you'll notice that he'll have both his knees angled slightly towards the target in. He'll have a little push left and then back right, and then he winds his hands up. As he winds his hands up, the weight and the pressure is into the right and then goes back to the left. So you might hear the firing pin click, but it's going to be at the very, very top when the last little bit of transaction happens, where when Bryson happens, it happens much quicker, say here, because I'm really flinging it back, or should I say slingshot, slinging it back. So you'll see the distinctive difference of these when I push my pressure left just a little bit and then wind my hand up to throw, so you can hear it just, I'll be quiet, you can hear it just click just at the end. Okay, and you'll see that my weight is more left as I do that. So those characteristics, also you'll swing a little quicker, but it's not as much pronounced slamming down like Bryson does to whip it. See the total difference of this, how much faster that goes compared to someone that pushes just a little bit left and then winds the hand up. So when you wind the hand up, you're gonna be maybe a little bit slower. Let me see what that speed is, hang on. All right, so I'm shifting a little left, just like Tiger does, just a little bit, pushes a little bit left, wind the hand up and throw, okay? And so is it slower or faster? 110. Okay, so very similar in speed, 2 totally different pressures and releases. So what if you're like, shit, I'm not that, I'm not like that, you know? Maybe you're like my boy in Scotland who like, hey man, I'm middle and I like to just swing slow. So both these are there. So now let's do the characteristics of centrifugal force. Centrifugal force is once an object starts in motion, it stays in motion unless acted by an outside force. You still have 2 shifts, even though they are subtle. And I really want to say this. Every single golf pro has 2 shifts before the club moves away. Go back and look at the tape. And Matt Kuchar was the only one person, and he recently worked with TPI a few years back, and they fixed it, and so he actually does have ground pressure, and he does have the correct kinematic sequence, okay? So, which is a shift to the left of some sort that creates the horizontal force, which then allows torque to happen, which then allows vertical to happen, and they all happen differently whether you're in your trail leg more, middle, or lead, okay? So, for Jake Knapp, for instance, he'll have the teeniest little shift left. It's very subtle, so therefore it's going to be very subtle right. So you probably can't even hardly see it. and go back and watch his tape. It's very subtle. Then the golf club is just very slowly, but not arm driven, still has pressure in the ground moving it. So the golf club now will just move very softly. You will not hear any of that happen, and that allows the golf club and body to wind up, and that's why he has the sit down pressure left, and so do a lot of long drive guys, because the longer that the golf club goes back, the more that you'll go and sit down left and then push back right to throw. So if you use hand action or force, now you're not using pure centrifugal force, which is what he does, okay? So as I'm swinging, I'm just gonna kind of mimic him a little bit, okay? So, and these are, you're not gonna be him. I'm not gonna be him. There's only one Shake Knapp, there's only one Tiger Woods, only one Bryson DeChambeau. And there is just, these are all just characteristics that will hopefully help in what you're trying to accomplish in one little thing, okay? So I'm gonna just do now him, and I'm gonna go nice and slow, so I'm not putting pressure on any side of the shaft. Just gonna go a little left, subtle, little right. And you can see the tempo is totally different, okay? Just a straight up swing. Now, which one's faster? The longer circle. See, this is 114 miles an hour with an object that's heavier than a 7-iron. Okay? So, anytime you're using the ground, then you'll have that. Now, I'll show you just hands and arms and no shift. And you'll see, okay, 20 miles an hour slower or 19 miles an hour slower than the other one. Okay, now that doesn't mean you're gonna swing 95. I got real fast hands and arms, okay? So, and don't kid yourself, I've been a long time CrossFit affiliate owner back in the day. I've trained in gymnastics. I have a huge long history of strength, even though I know look, their bodybuilders look bigger, I get all that. But I'm pretty darn strong and pretty darn fast, but I've spent a long time doing it. And that's not to impress you, and nor am I fast as a long drive guy. There's always somebody way faster, and the speeds they're putting up is crazy critical. But the better athlete that you become, then you'll be able to do these. Now, what is gonna make a difference is, I can swing the same speed whether I stand on my left leg only, or my right leg only, or my feet together. That's a little bit of a unicorn. My speed stays the same. So I can swing very similar with different forms of golf swings. So none of that's to impress you. Just to impress upon you that that kind of stuff happens. Also, I want to give a shout out to my boy at Lion Golf Academy, I believe it is, or Lion Academy. Look him up. I really like him. He believes also a lot of what I believe. There is no one way golf swing. He has also some tests on his website, on his YouTube page, that talks about if your arms are certain lengths and if your legs and all of that. So even more comprehensive and in-depth than what I do on the test of just the left leg and right leg and this and that. And then, so I think that I learn from everybody, and there's not one right golf swing. And I also want to preface this that sometimes you might see thumbnails that say that everything else is wrong and this is right or whatever. These are all just little clickbait thumbnail things that my team puts together that wants you to then maybe click on the page and go, oh, hey man, I see what he's talking about. But once you get in here and once you start studying this, you're gonna find out what works for you and what doesn't. So I really hope this helps your golf game, resonates with you. When you're watching these golfers, you can see how they swing, what they do, how they load. There's always the 2 shifts before the club moves away, and it just depends on which leg is your dominant one that you do with. So, all right, man. So check out my website, rkswingking.com, where I can do Zoom lessons and put my eyeballs on you and see what you do, and then my membership site where you can send videos to me, and I make little voiceovers for you, and then make a little personal video for you on what I see you're doing and what you need to do. So, all right, everybody have a great day.